African female warriors and leaders you should know. Hello guys, welcome to the channel Kumbaya Africa, the channel that tells you about Africa and its people. Please remember to click the subscription button, like, comment, and let's get into it. Invite your friends too, alright? Okay guys, so this video is in commemoration of the International Women's Day. So I'm bringing you this video to tell you more about African heroines you probably have never heard of. So number one, Queen Idia. Queen Idia, the Queen Mother. Queen Idia was born in the 15th century in Zegedu, now Edo State, Nigeria. She was married to Oba Zolwa, and Osawe, her son, was crowned Oba of Benin Kingdom with the title Esige, reigning from 1504 to 1550 AD. Esige was the first Oba to speak a non-native language. He spoke Portuguese. She was a pivotal figure in her son's ascent to power and reign. Queen Idia was the first woman to go to war and fight. She was a fierce warrior who battled valiantly before and during her son's reign as the Edo people's king, that is the Oba. She was a courageous army general who led the Benin armies to multiple victories, and one of those victories was the Ida War, which she won between 1515 and 1516 AD. Oba Esige, before he became Oba Esige, was in a power struggle with his brother for the throne. Alright, but he finally conquered his brother and restored the kingdom's unity and military might. Now, all of his successes, all he won was because of his mom. Alright, his mom was credited with, being a part of this win. Her political advice, her mystical skills, medicinal expertise, were considered major components of his military success. Now, because of the role she played in his life in helping him get all of this, Oba Esige created a post called Iyoba, Queen Mother, to reward and honor her. Now, the Iyoba post, afforded the Queen Mother many, lots of substantial political rights, all right, including a separate residence with her own staff and all of that, right? So that put her in a different position. This was the first time this was created in the Benin Kingdom. All right, Queen Amina, the warrior queen of Zaria. All right, Queen Amina was a historical figure in the Hausa Muslim city-state Zauzau, present-day Zaria, Kaduna State, in Nigeria's northwest area. Have you heard of Queen Amina before? I'm sure you have. Amina grew up at her grandfather's palace and was favored by him. He taught her so many things. He taught her about strategy, he taught her about politics, he taught her about military tactics, alright? He gave her detailed instructions on what to do, as she grew up there. Alright, she was around him most of the time. Amina launched a 34-year battle against her neighbors to increase Zauzau's territory. Only 3 months after being crowned queen, her army was well trained and deadly. 2,000 footmen and 1,000 cavalry warriors. She was absolutely deadly. She controlled vast swaths of country stretching all the way from Kwararafa down to Nupe. Zauzau commanded greater land than ever before under Amina's leadership. Fantastic woman. She built clay walls around her settlements to distinguish and safeguard her new holdings until the British occupation of Zauzau in 1904. These barriers were popular across the country, and many of them, known as Ganoa Amina's walls, still exist today in Nigeria. Ashantewa, the Ashanti warrior queen. Ashantewa was the queen mother of Ejisu in the Ashanti Empire, now part of modern-day Ghana. Appointed by her brother Nana Akwasi Afrane Opesi, the Etsuene, or ruler of Edwesu. After the British exiled members of the Ashanti government to the Seychelles in 1896, the British Governor General of the Gold Coast, Frederick Hodgson, demanded the golden stool, the symbol of the Ashanti breed. In 1900, Queen Mother Nana Yaa Asantewaa led an army of 5,000 men in the Asante-British War of the Golden Stool, also known as the Yaa Asantewaa War. To motivate her community's leaders, Asantewaa declared that if the males of the kingdom failed to defend the people, the women would step up. To emphasize her resolve to fight, she took up a gun and fired a shot in front of the soldiers. Can you imagine? How can a proud and brave people like the Asante sit back and look while the white man took away their king and chiefs and humiliated them with a demand for the golden stool? The demand for the golden stool only means money to the white man. They have searched and dug everywhere for it. I shall not pay one prayer down to the governor. If the chiefs of Asante are not going to behave like cowards and fight, you would exchange your loincloths for mine. A number of regional Asante monarchs chose Yaa Asantewaa to be the Asante Battle Forces war leader. This is the first and only time in Asante history that a woman has held that position. Ghanaians currently regard her as the Queen Mother who used her political and social weight to aid the defense of her people. Most European colonialists in the 19th century Africa had never seen a woman serving as the political and military leader of an empire. They were shocked when they saw her fight. Queen Nzinga Mbande, the fourth woman we're talking about today. Nzinga Mbande was the queen of the Mbundu kingdoms of Ndongo and Matamba in present-day Angola. She received military and political training as a child and was a tenacious leader who opposed the Portuguese and their burgeoning slave trade in Central Africa. This is one story that I love. She led her army against the Portuguese in 1627 after forming alliances with erstwhile enemy kingdoms, beginning a 30-year battle with them. She was fantastic in negotiation. By making an alliance with the Dutch, who had taken the Luanda in 1641, she took advantage of the European rivalries, and in 1647 she defeated the Portuguese army with the assistance of the Dutch. What can I say? She's fantastic in negotiation. She was still personally leading troops at the age of 60. Can you imagine that? She also organized guerrilla raids against the Portuguese, which lasted long after her death and inspired the eventual victorious 20th century armed resistance, which finally led to the independence of Angola in 1975. The Amazons of Dahomey. Fantastic. The Dahomey Amazons were an all-female military unit in the Kingdom of Dahomey, now Benin Republic. If you have ever watched Black Panther, remember those female warriors you saw? They were created after the Amazons of Dahomey. The Amazons, who were said to have been collected in the mid to late 1600s, were noted for their indifference to pain and ferocity in battle, as well as having significant socio-political power in their kingdom. Can you imagine an all-women unit? Dahomey's male population suffered significant casualties in regular combat with neighboring West African powers. They were also meant to send slaves to the Oyo Empire, resulting in the unprecedented development of an all-female military unit. From the 1600s, the Amazon she-warriors ensured victory for a whole dynasty of Dahomey kings. They kept on training and fighting and producing these amazing she-warriors. Amazon women numbered as many as 6,000 at the peak in the early 19th century, accounting for over a third of the Dahomey army. Boy, 6,000 fighting women. Please remember to share this video and subscribe. Thank you for watching.